Hey, what's up guys? As you're probably not maybe your favorite YouTuber here, but computer's doing some updates, so I decided to pass the time by doing the next Big Finish video. Well, next, I don't know, just, well, like, no one's really recommending me doing Big Finish audiobooks, so I decided to just film them, the ones that I want. So, as you know, I don't have any of the CDs, I just have them on my iPod here, but, the latest one that I just got less than a week ago is the Classic Doctors New Monsters one. Yeah, that's kind of hard to I haven't listened to all 4 of the stories yet, but I have listened to the first one, Falling Angels. Fallen Angels, not Falling. If you're wondering where the earphones are, they're plugged into my laptop. Oh, and it looks like it's done updating too. But anyway, so Classic Doctors New Monsters was an idea by Big Finish to have 4 stories of doctors from the classic series fighting monsters from the new series. So we had the 5th Doctor fighting the Weeping Angels, the 6th Doctor fighting the Judoon, the 7th Doctor fighting the Sycorax, and the 8th Doctor fighting the Sontarans. I know that sounds a bit wrong because the Sontarans were introduced in the classic series, but don't worry, it'll make sense when I review that thing. But, and it makes sense too, because when you think about it, the Doctor never claimed the first time that he met those monsters that it was the first time that he met them. Sontarans, obviously, he met them in the classic series. The Sycorax, I don't think that the 10th Doctor ever directly mentioned that he met them before the Sycorax, but I don't think that he ever directly mentioned that he didn't meet them before. The Judoon, I think the Doctor, like, in Smith and Jones, the Doctor directly states that he knows who they are. And the Weeping Angels, like, it could supposedly be the first time that the 10th Doctor meets them, but he never directly states that's the first time that he met them. The Judoon, the Sycorax, the Sontarans, well, the Sontarans, they don't, I don't really, like, the 6th Doctor did say in one of his minisodes, A Fix with Sontarans, that besides the Daleks and the Cybermen, the Sontarans are one of the biggest monsters ever. But, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird that they were coming back for a CD. Don't worry, those who listen to the audiobook, I'll talk about it in the story when I'm reviewing it. The Judoon, they just kind of talk weird, and in fact, I think that they helped the Doctor in that episode, The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. So I wasn't really that excited for them. The Sycorax, I mean, like, the blood control thing and the Christmas invasion was kind of cool, so I was interested to see if they would do some sort of mind control again, but other than that, they were just kind of, they didn't really do much. But the Weeping Angels are one of the main Doctor Who monsters, and in fact, the Weeping Angels are the reason why I bought this CD. In fact, I think that if the Weeping Angels weren't in it, if they just replaced it with some other monster that I wasn't that fond of, I might have not even gotten the CD. There's a Volume 2 coming out, by the way. We know that's going to have the 4th Doctor fighting the Shadow guys from Silence in the Library and Forest of the Dead, and the 5th Doctor fighting the Rachnos from The Runaway Bride. But, it's going to have 2 more, but we don't know what they are. So anyway, on to the review of Fallen Angels. I was expecting it to be in the form of a classic Doctor episode. I was expecting it to be a few parts long, each about half an hour. But actually, no, it was actually a single 1-hour part. So I guess that's kind of like a bond between the two. It's like, actually no, it's like a new series form. It's like this is a special episode in the new series, and special episodes of the new series are normally an hour long. So it's in the form of new series episodes instead of the old ones. But anyway, like, when I was looking at my iPod as I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is only an hour long. Like, I was just wondering, like, huh. So, I guess they're not going to do as much with the Weeping Angels as I thought they were. Basically, these guys, because I couldn't see what was happening, I could only listen, I didn't get that much. I think that there were this was a guy and a girl who were going on their honeymoon. And then they get sent back, or they were going to go, or they were on it. They went somewhere for their honeymoon, and now they're there. Then they get sent back in time by a Weeping Angel, and meet the 5th Doctor, and all that. It was kind of funny, because the Weeping Angels are a very visual monster, obviously, so, like, it's kind of like, how would they make it simple, like, able for us to see what's going on? Because the thing with the Weeping Angels, like, you look away from them. But the thing was, with Blink, what was amazing with the episode Blink was that even if the only person watching the Weeping Angels were the audience, us watching the camera, the Weeping Angels still didn't move. So it kind of made us feel like we had our power over the Weeping Angels too, like the Weeping Angels were following their rules even when we were looking at it. And then of course, the first episode with the 11th Doctor, their first episode with the 11th Doctor, not the first, their first episode with the 11th Doctor, kind of ruined that, because then we see them move even when we're the only ones looking, then they move. And it would have been nice. Blink had a nice little mystery, like, what do these look like when you're not looking at them? Well, you'll never know, because that's the whole point. But then we just see what they look like. They just look like moving statues, just twisting their neck and stuff like that. But anyway, so with the power of Big Finish, where we can't see anything, then the Weeping Angels can move freely all they want, even when we're looking at them. But, so this is basically, it was kind of weird, because, like, we could tell when a Weeping Angel was moving, because they would have a duh, like, just at random. Like, it was like their cue. Like, when you're listening to the audiobook, as soon as you hear this, like, high-pitched, like, scary duh, then, like, that's, like, their cue, like, Weeping Angels in front of whoever. And, also, they kinda, like, described the thing, there was a scene where the guy was just like, oh my god, you had your hands covering your eyes, but now you have them reached in front of you towards me. And, like, it makes sense when you're listening to the audiobook, because it's like, oh, okay, nice audio description, now I actually know what's going on. But, like, if that was part of an episode, and he was just describing detail by detail, then, like, we would just be like, why is he doing this? It's like one of those things, like, you know those TV shows or movies where, like, there's a character, and she or he can understand another character, but we, the viewers, cannot. So, like, the person who can understand them will be, like, asking them questions, and then they'll reply in an unknown language. And then they will repeat exactly what they said in our language so that we can understand it. Like you know, like, a scene where a character's on the phone, and there are some scenes where, like, we flash back and forth between the different people talking, but sometimes it's just they pick up the phone, and they're just repeating word for word exactly what the person on the other end said in order for us to know what he said. Even if it's like a paragraph long, they will repeat exactly what they said. And that's, of course, is completely unrealistic, because that's just kind of like a waste. It's just like, oh, I was driving a car and then I fell off a bridge and now I'm drowning in the river, and now the highway's way up there and now I'm drowning. You were driving a car and then you fell off a bridge and now you're in an ocean and the highway's up there and now you're drowning and stuff like that. It was interesting how they handled the Weeping Angels in that story. But also, there was a nice little reference to Blink when, at the end, the Fifth Doctor says, like, time is not a strict progression of cause to effect. It's more like I don't know, I have no idea how to end that sentence, which is obviously supposed to be a big ball, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey. I think the others are home, I gotta wrap up this video. So, it's kinda heartbroken, the main characters kinda got stuck there in the end, sorry spoilers, but, you know, how they defeat the Weeping Angels is kinda basic, but, you know, I want it to be basic. I don't want it to be they open a crack in time and they get sucked in, that's stupid. I want a nice little thingy. Yes, okay, fine, I'll say it. He holds a mirror in front of all the Weeping Angels so that they'll stay stuck there forever like they did in Blink. And if you're gonna say, oh, but everything that becomes anything that takes the appearance of an angel becomes itself an angel, well, yes, that's true, but now the Weeping Angel in the mirror and the real Weeping Angels are looking at each other, just like in Blink. So yes, the Weeping Angels in the mirror are now Weeping Angels, but they're being looked at by other Weeping Angels. Thank you all so much for, would I recommend this? Yes, go check it out. I'll see you next time where I review the Judoon story. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Like, dislike, if you didn't like it. Comment down below on how I can improve for next time if you are going to dislike it. Otherwise, I'm just going to treat your dislike as a like. And if you liked it, then tell me why you liked it. And subscribe if when my next video comes out. Thanks again so much for watching. As always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.